Hey everyone, April Starks here with April Starks Beauty. So for this video, I'm going to show you how I shave off years off of this 49-year-old face. Hey everyone! Okay, so as you can see, I've already got my eyes done. I did this eye look on my Facebook Live from my business page, which is in the description below. So if you're curious to see how I did that, I used the Blushing Berries palette by Dose. I used the Zulu by Juvia's palette, and our Extra Last Farmasi Metallic Green eye pencil. So now we're going to move on to the completed look. So I'm using my aloe cream. This stuff is absolutely amazing for any type of hydration that you might, need right now, especially during summer. If you're getting sun, a lot of the times you'll find your face getting completely dried out. I've got a little bit of acne going on here, so it's really great for that. And so we're just going to get this all put on. And we're going to get my face completely hydrated. And if you can help it, anytime you're applying any type of moisturizer to the face, try to work in an upward motion. See, and even though I have my eyes completely done, by completing the look, my eyes are totally going to pop, which I'm excited about. So the next step is I'm going to use our VFX Pro Primer in Strobe. Listen, I am almost out of this, so definitely going to have to replace this. So this is going to fill in any fine lines. It's going to make a really nice smooth canvas, and it is going to make my makeup last so much longer. So it just gives you a nice smooth canvas to work with. It's like painting a wall. When you go to paint and, the first thing you do is you prime the wall because you want the wall to be free of any imperfections. So here we go. All right. Just making sure that's placed everywhere. And then now I'm going to go ahead and use our soft orange liquid concealer. This is a full coverage concealer, and it's going to hide any darkness that I have going on underneath the eyes. It basically cancels it out. And this makes a huge difference in taking away years, right? And that's the ultimate goal here. We want to erase years off of the face. So this is the best way to start. And then I'm just going to lightly pat. This is a concealer buffer brush. And I'm just going to go in lightly and get that all buffed out. any place that you have any darkness. You can also use this for like age spots. So if you have any dark areas that you need to cancel out, you're going to want to use a concealer. And it may be bisque. We also have bisque for those of you that are lighter skin toned. And the soft orange is for a darker complexion. Okay, so we're going to buff this out. Being careful not to disturb it. See how that just cancels that right out? And I'm hitting that right over my pimple that I got going on right there. And we're just buffing that out. We don't want any harsh lines. Okay. So now we can move on to foundation. We have 7 different types of foundation. My personal favorite is the VFX Pro Camera Ready Foundation. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It has photo filter technology in it. And so it really gives you a nice, flawless, full coverage, lightweight feel to the face. All right, so I'm going to put about a pump and a half. I'm using 2 different shades. I'm using shade 01 and 02 right now, just because I got a little bit of sun to the face, so I'm kind of in between shades. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting the most perfect shade that I need. And then now I'm going to go in and I'm grabbing my stippling brush and I'm just going to tap it into the back of my hand, into both shades. And then we're just going to place it to the face. And some of you might use a beauty bud or a blender bud. I prefer a stippling brush, and you'll see what type of finish I get with this. All right. And then there was a little place that I missed when I was outside getting sun, like right underneath the neck. So I'm going to bring this all the way down. All right. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a buffer brush, and we're just going to buff this out. And wait till y'all see. Look at that. The coverage is just gorgeous. Now I want to be careful not to disturb any of that soft orange that I have under there. So we're going to just be careful and just kind of pat it through here, right? And then on the sides of the nose, I'm going to drag it around. And then bring it down the neck. Wow. Can you see that? Look at that coverage, y'all. Is that just not gorgeous? And you can already start to see the eye look pop, which is what I love. Okay, so now that we've got this all buffed out, for the most part, let me make sure. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab our contour stick. I love this stick. I know a lot of people are partial to powders. I am in love with this stick, y'all. So basically, just going to place it strategically according to my face shape. Is where I'm placing the contour. So I have more of an oval shaped face, so I want to place accordingly. And you always want to make sure that you're even as far as contouring on both sides. And this is actually just going to give me cheeks, because as we get older, we begin to lose elasticity and collagen in the face, and so you'll start to see where you don't have such prominent cheekbones. You may see your jawline dragging a little bit or sagging, and so I'm going to place contour under here, and we're going to do it here. Put a little bit right there just to give me that little bit of a pout to the bottom lip, and then we're going to contour the nose. Making sure that I'm even. There we go. So we're all good. Now, I like my Jeffree Star brush to do my cream contour. I just love the density of this brush. So everybody's, like I said, tools are going to be a little different, but this is the brush that I choose to use. It just blends it out so nicely. See that? So now I'm adding some depth to the face and dimension and color. Now this is where you're really going to see the magic happen. Is when you start contouring right here, because I've lost my cheeks. So this to me is like such an important part in taking off years. Look at that. It just gives me more of a sculpted look. And you don't want to drag it too far down, because that, if you do that, it's going to make you look like you're sagging. It's really going to give you like a droop, and you don't want to droop. You want to create lift. And same thing under here. Just get that blended out. And the reason that I place it right here is because if you have a little bit of a sag here, it camouflages it. Creates a shadow there. All right, same thing over here. And you're going to work up. You just want to make sure that you're really blended. Now, I can also go in with my contour, my lighter shade contour stick, and if I really want to create some extra dimension right in here, and I'm taking that right up into the hairline. And then I'm going to use, a flat brush to go in and contour this nose. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to brighten. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to place one shade lighter. You can do 1 to like 3 shades lighter than your regular foundation, and that's going to cause areas of your face where you place it to be a little brighter. So we're going to place this right here. And I'm not going crazy. I'm just putting a little bit. You'll see a lot of the younger YouTube girls take it all the way down. I don't do that because I'm trying to create lift. And so by placing it just right underneath of that eyes, it's going to brighten that back up, which is what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to go in with that contour or concealer buffer brush, and we're going to go right in and brighten that up. And as I'm working down towards the edges, I'm kind of like buffing it out. I'm just sweeping it. And then just fading it out and upwards. So we're just fading it out and working up. Ever pay attention to the faces that you make when you're doing this? I feel so awkward sometimes. But you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so as you can see, I've brightened this all up. So you're going to brighten anywhere that you want to draw the eye, okay? So what I did is I contoured the nose. So now I'm going to go in and I want to create brightness down the bridge of the nose, which will give the illusion of a more thinner nose. And so now we're going to go in, and you just want to make sure when you're doing this that you're working in a straight line. Otherwise, you will look like you have a crooked nose. And you don't want to do that, now do we? I've done that a time or two. And then I went in and looked at my pictures, and I'm like after I've taken a photo, after I've done my makeup, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's off? Yeah, it was totally the fact that I didn't do a straight line. So lesson learned. And then I'm blending outward into that contour. If you want to bring the attention to the lips, you can totally put a little bit right there and a little bit right here. So any place that you want to draw attention to. Had to turn on my fan, y'all. It was getting a little warm in here. All right, so now I'm going to go back in with that brush that I contoured with. Just make sure that I blend it out really well. And so now I'm going to grab my Sun Kiss bronzing palette, and we're going to go ahead, swirl. That way it is dispersing the product throughout the brush, and so when I go to put it on, it's not going to give me a big clump of color. So basically when you're bronzing, you want to place it wherever the sun naturally hits your face. All right, and you're going to work in the shape of a W or a letter, the letter W. Sometimes my mouth runs a whole lot faster than my brain. Okay, so now we need blush, y'all. What color should I go with? I think I want to do modern. Modern ballet might be a little bright. So how about we go with, I'm thinking rose jam. So I think rose jam, yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to swirl and then swirl into the lid and then tap. So that way when I first put this on, I'm not putting a ton of product in one place. And then I'm going to tap and work it up. Tap and work it up. Just trying to stay careful that I'm staying back further and not bringing it all the way to the balls of the cheek. And add that. I'm not adding any more product to this. This is just my bronzer. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a Farmasi Sensi-wipes. This is our makeup wipes. And I'm going to take off any product that is on my lips. And by doing this, it ensures that whatever lip color I'm using is just going to pop. See what a difference that makes? Okay, so now I'm going to use Farmasi Lip Liner in shade 204. Sharpen. Just want to make sure that they're even. Because I swear I have a crooked lip. So I just want to make sure that's even. And now I'm going to use our liquid lip. And it is amazing. It lasts 8 to 10 hours. I wanted a darker, deeper color on the lip since I went light on the eyes. And this is Sweet Cherry, shade 10, if I didn't already say that. And I'll have it listed in the description below. Isn't that pretty? Such a pretty color. Now I'm going to go in and grab my Juvia'splace palette. I've got makeup all over my hands, y'all. get those wiped off before I go fooling with anything else. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab this shade right here, and we're just going to make sure that I have it nice and blended right under the eye. I think we're good. Make sure I totally get that wiped off so that I don't have any fallout. We're good. Now we just need a little bit of highlight, because you gotta have highlight. So I'm using our highlight palette, and I'm gonna go with this shade right here. And this is a lip brush, but I love it when I'm applying highlight. See, and look how pretty those are. So we're going with this one. And we're putting it right up underneath the arch of my brow. Yes and yes. I love when it just turns out exactly the way you want it. So now I just need, there it is, my brush to apply my highlight. We're going to go in. And the reason I put setting spray on my brush is so the powder, the highlight, will stick to it better. And then we're just going to go in and just add a touch. Just patting it down through there. And then I sweep it with my finger ever so lightly. A little bit right here, down the bridge of the nose. And then whatever's left on the brush is what I put everywhere else. And now we're ready for the setting spray. And this is just so it'll all melt into my face and it will stay put until I take it off. Now, as you can see, I have totally taken years off of this aging face just by a few tips and tricks. And so I hope you really enjoyed this video. And so make sure that you are subscribing and you hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thanks, guys, and you guys have a great one.